Hello everybody, it's Jamarcus, and today we are going to build the ultimate Führer bunker. We all know near the end of the war, Mustache Man hid in the Führer bunker as the Soviets were approaching. And it clearly wasn't very secure because eventually the Soviets did breach it. But today, I'm playing as Germany, and I want to defend all of Germany. So we're going to turn Germany into an ultimate fortress. All of Germany will become a secure Führer bunker. And at the year 1940, I will have to declare war on the entire world, every single nation. This is Germany versus the world. Will the ultimate Führer bunker hold? Time will tell. We're going to go historical focuses. And obviously, the strategy is different than real life. In real life, Germany focused on blitzkrieg and tank-based warfare. But today, we will focus on defensive infantry. There are a lot of other different things we will have to do within this focus tree to optimize for defense. We're going to rush the Anschluss since we need all of the extra industry and resources from Austria. That'll help us become really powerful off the bat. But after the Anschluss, we will take a different economic approach for Germany. For right now, to get the Anschluss done as fast as possible, we're just going to spam maximum guns. Of course, we're going to research construction and production. We will definitely need a strong air force today. Because if we're going to be under attack from every single nation, our skies need to be clear so we can maintain things like our fortifications, which we will be building a lot of. As you guys know, I love forts, as you can see from these videos right here. Yes, I'm addicted to building forts. So rather than building civs, I will still be building essentially just military factories until 1937. Then I will probably build some synthetic factories soon. So today I will be going down the left side of the economy tree. Prioritize economic growth. I want a stable economy that does not rely on me killing all my neighbors, which is what the 4-year plan is. I'm still going to go down, reorganize the Wehrmacht. And in fact, I will try to do things like bullying Yugoslavia now, because I'm allowed to invade other countries if I want. The only rule is at 1940, January 1st, I have to declare war on the entire world. Until then, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm the president of the United States. I can do whatever I want. So I'm just going to spam train infantry so we can get more men in the field to rush Anschluss. We're going to hire for a meaningful Bill's architect immediately for military factory construction speed. And we definitely need army experience stat. We definitely need to research basic fortification so we can have kick-ass forts by the time the war comes around. Okay, so I'm going to hire Reichsschlita Tot. He gives us really good construction bonuses. Since I need a beefy industry right now. Okay, well, we continue working on the Anschluss and getting more troops. I will be switching now to prioritize economic growth. Oh yes, let's construct the Autobahn for infrastructure. Okay, so although we are forced to go to civilian economy, I have enough war support. I can just go down to war economy now. Let's build the Rotterdam for a bonus in the Rhineland where we're building a lot of mills anyway. Spanish Civil War. Manstein, go help Franco. Give me a lot of XP, please. The economy is finally getting fixed. The jobs are coming back. And we're going to have minus 20% consumer good factories. This is a really good focus. We'll go industrial concern here just to spam out our industrial focuses. Oh, I can finally do an Anschluss. Yeah, and it's only 1936. Well, this is a good time to begin working on our agencies. We have Austria now in our control. And just like that, we expanded our military industry overnight. So we're just going to focus on regular old infantry stuff right now. We definitely need some more political stability. There is way too much dissent here. Come on, I thought fascist regimes were supposed to crack down on opposition. We're going to do just that and hire Mr. Goebbels for propaganda. Okay, definitely need an extra research slot. We got a lot of technology to research today. We need a good air force, obviously defensive-focused tanks, but I also want to have a good navy today so I don't get bullied by ally convoy raiding. Oh, dude, our tanks are already veteran. Slay, Manstein. I mean, honestly, at least against the AI in the Spanish Civil War, if you just go like spearhead, wait for your planning bonus and launch an attack, you really don't have to pay attention. You just get XP. Well, I want to work on the economy more, but I would love to steal Czechoslovakia. And when it comes to building the ultimate Führer bunker, the Sudetenland has a lot of forts that we could utilize. So I'd like to seize that. You know what? I'm going to switch to Albert Speer because he will help us build forts faster, which we really need, and give us more factory output. And besides, we already have a decent economic base. And Munich Conference, we have Sudetenland. But of course, that is not enough. We need all of Czechoslovakia. Fate of Czechoslovakia, let's yoink that bit. So there's this whole thing where you can try to seduce the Dutch and essentially try to get them to trade with us instead of the Brits. But I have an alternative solution. What if we just invade them? Hopefully the Brits don't guarantee their independence because I don't want to go to war. But if they don't, I will invade the Netherlands. I don't give a shit. You know, we could totally do railway guns today. These are really good for defense and infantry-based gameplay. Normally, I love sharing Slovakia with Hungary, but today Slovakia will be a puppet state. No sharing. The only allies I can have are puppets that I own. I can't even be friends with Mr. Hungary, even though we would get along. We're going to lower the taxes. This is a great tax. No tax on tips, folks. No tax on tips. Whoa, we're doing forced urbanization. Very socially socialist of you, mustache man. Oh yeah, we need this big industrial expansion and bonuses for rubber. We're going to be building a lot of rubber today, since of course we have to be self-sufficient today, autarky. We won't really have a lot of people to trade with. All right, Friesland we can invade. So the justification of Friesland is complete. No one, the Brits are guaranteeing the damn Dutch, and I am not ready for war. Well, Neville, you're in luck. The Dutch are spared from my anger for now, but later on, I mean, we will be fighting you Dutch people, you swamp Germans. Wow, we're so nice today. We are going to sign in a law to give the workers rights. We're really embracing the socialists and national socialists today. All right, now it's time to abolish price controls. All right, we definitely need to strengthen our intelligence agencies if we are going to be facing the intelligence agencies of the entire world. These are finally being finalized. We definitely need mills, but also I'm going to need an aerodynamics facility so we can get some radar. So we're now going to research stronghold networks, which will give us extremely powerful forts. All right, we're going to bring in Himmler now. We're going to get Ritter von Grime for the fighter command. And you know what? Bulgaria, I cannot help you today. And I really need to double my army. I need around 3 million men if I want to properly defend all of Germany, so we're gonna have to just begin pumping out even more divisions. I'm gonna put out 48 in this next batch. Now let's develop modern maneuver warfare. We're gonna put anti-air into our infantry divisions, which will make them a lot more expensive, but we need it. All right, we are now going to not adopt a new Panzer doctrine because the Prussian legacy allows for a lot of defensive focuses, like max entrenchments. We're gonna go for that. And I have never gone down the German infantry path, so we will see how our infantry, how buffed it gets. We will avenge the Kaiser today. I have this crappy medium tank here, but it's better than nothing, and it provides us with lots of soft attack, which is all we really need right now against the AI. All right, we now need to fortify the Vaterland, which will give us extremely good forts bonuses. It is now time to finally begin entrenching ourselves and creating the ultimate Führer bunker. After these projects complete, that is all we will be building. We're going to complete lessons from the Great War, and that 10% max entrenchment will be really nice. We're now going to begin fortifying the Vaterland. First, we will construct the west wall with France. This will give us 2 forts along the border in every tile, so we're going to build 4 here first. That way, the most expensive last 2 forts we get for free. Everybody, it is 1939. This is our last year of preparation. So executive decision has been made. I will invade Poland before 1940 to make my border a bit cleaner and easier to manage. So I'll begin getting ready to invade Poland soon. We're going to go down Grand Battle Plan Doctrine today for defense and planning bonuses. All right, and look, we built these forts. Yep, and now we get free ones. We will need some of our strongest forts with the border with the Netherlands here. Right now, I will actually be doing Danziger War. I have not done the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. I don't want to sign any alliances with people today. But Poland has refused the ultimatum. All right, we have our war goal, and we are going to invade Poland earlier than real life. Well, let's put on our medium cannon onto our tanks. Italy, I would love to be friends with you, but I cannot today because I am building the ultimate Führer bunker to see if it can stand up against the world. We now have our infantry invasion of Poland ready. As you can see, guys, I am building out forts in the west. France is completely protected with forts, and now I'm building up in the west. After Poland, I will immediately start building defenses in the east, and I'm gonna see what rivers and whatnot we can utilize in Poland. We also need to do conscription because, again, 1.5 million men is not gonna cut it. I wanted 3 million, but 2 million may have to suffice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we can pillage and loot from Poland. I believe now is the best time to go to war. It will not get any better. We are going to war, everybody. And this is our first part of the operation before we go to the war with the world in 1940. So I got all my planes over Poland. They're just gonna do some cast, and yeah, the rest is infantry. Remember, I upgraded my doctrines a bit too, so our doctrines should be all right, and our infantry should be powerful. And yeah, we should just be able to walk in, which it seems to be the case. We're winning every battle, and our cast is, of course, helping. This is a really good focus as it allows us to take equipment from the enemy. So if we defeat an enemy in battle, we'll actually gain equipment, which is really good. Since, of course, supply shortages essentially means you're cooked in Hoy. You never want supply shortages. Oh, we definitely need Sweden to give us some tungsten for right now. We have none of that at home. I will also be building anti-air in every province in Germany. So later on, we don't get bombed to absolute shit. But, you know, the Allies do love to use strategic bombers. Look at Dresden. Did not end well. So this infantry tactic is actually a resounding success. I've only taken 2,000 casualties. I was expecting to take more, but it looks like our infantry trained on Prussian tactics is doing amazing. Wow, the Kaiser was right the whole time. Infantry's the way to go. Let's take Gdynia from Poland, and they don't have a port, and then the rest of the troops will just be suffocated. Well, that's a little dark, but we are playing a war game. So I'm going to judge a book by its cover. Which guy looks smartest to be our aerodynamics person? Yo, this person does jets. I love me some Wunderwaffe. We will eventually research jets, but for now we have to get the basics down like radar, which apparently we don't have. Okay. The Germans still get encirclements without tanks. Wow, that is amazing. We're gonna do this focus, and this also gives us some field marshals. All right, Poland is gone. So now where will we build our fortifications? So look, depending on when our western forts are complete, I will determine how much of Poland we will choose to defend and keep. But first I have to see how much time we have to even build those forts. So I'm just gonna let all of this cook up right now. You know what, I'm just gonna spam out subs to absolutely bully the allies. That is what they get after all for going to war with me. Well, I went to war with them, sort of. Doesn't matter, I make up the narrative. This is a fascist regime. Obviously, Flammpanzers, these are really good for your tanks. They give you a lot of bonuses. Okay, so here is our garrison army. This is just going to protect all of our ports, because I assume we will get navally invaded later on. That is what the AI loves to do in this game. So for MIOs, I'll be focusing mostly on defensive traits. Okay, we finally have our beautiful, beautiful plane. Guys, we are running out of time. Looks like our defenses in the west will be fully finalized. It's the east we have to worry about. Well, we're definitely probably going to need to utilize these Czechoslovakian forts to keep our borders small. So this is the fort line we're going to go with in Poland. Guys, we have one more month to prepare this. So we have some units we will be deploying a bit early. We have 72 divisions here. So we're a bit short of that 3 million I wanted, but this will do for now. And now it is officially January 1st, meaning we have to pause. And I have to declare war on the entire world. And so far, hey, if you're watching this and you want to support the channel, consider joining my membership for as little as $5 a month to get access to unique contents and a little badge. This is what our Germany Führer bunker looks like. We have completely fortified the west. I have begun the fortifications of Austria, and we have the Sudetenland forts. However, the fortifications in Poland are not yet ready. So most of our army will be deployed in the east. Now, I'm opening the decision tab, and now I will do the command allow diplo. I can now do anything I want. I could get off the game if I wanted and go outside, but we will not do that. We will be declaring war on every nation, beginning with the Netherlands. Now, Belgium. We are already at war with the Allies, but I will also be declaring war on neutral Switzerland and Mussolini, my old pal. Not today. Yugoslavia is next. Hungary, even normally we're friends. Not today. Romania is next. The USSR, Papa Stalin himself, along with the Balkans. Even Finland, one of our pals. Norway, even Sweden. We are normally friends, but not today. Yes, even Franco, who I helped earlier, and Roosevelt, and Hirohito. We were friends, not anymore. And last but not least, the biggest threat facing Germany, Bhutan, will be declared war with. Actually, I lied, guys. It's Tanatuva. They are our biggest op. You never know what they can do. Yeah, so we just declared war on a lot of countries. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of nations. Now, I wonder what happens when we unpause the game just for a second. Oh my god, everybody is joining the Allies, it seems. We're now going to have a closed economy. So our goal is just to last as long as possible. Will I even be able to win? Is this even a winnable challenge? I gotta be honest, I don't know. All right, we have some troops to Vienna now. I forgot about Switzerland, didn't I? Already off to a terrible start. I forgot about one of my enemies. Well, I have this army to deploy at least. All right, run to the border, please. We gotta declare war on Luxembourg. Anyways, now that we have declared war on every nation, I will disable allow diplo. I can no longer cheat. And already we lost Vienna because I was lacking. That's fine. You know what? It wasn't even part of the plan anyway, really. We definitely have the capabilities to deploy even more men, which I intend on doing. We are getting bombed extremely bad in the west, but thanks to the propaganda of Joseph Goebbels, the people are happy. They don't mind it. They're fighting for the Vaterland. So I'm going to turn this into one big singular front so I don't have to micro very hard in the west. Here is our Panzer Division, very basic, just tanks and motorized. Our puppet Slovakia is dying. They're not going to make it out, which is all right. Already we have our first naval invasion. Our old friend Franco is trying to land on Hamburg, which I mean, he successfully did, but it's not a good attempt, buddy. Get out of Hamburg. What? Oh my god, I left a gap in the front line. This is the kind of shit that will kill me, guys. Okay, good thing I have some tanks. Emergency control. This is already disastrous, everybody. We'll just drop in some emergency troops right here, right now. Damage control. Damn, this is a big coalition already. We got Greeks in here. We got a bunch of other dudes. How? Where are these gaps coming from? The French are really trying to take advantage of that gap in the line. They're so sneaky. Okay, well, they gave up on that offensive. Let's secure the front. And yes, the Soviets are stupid, so they're running into us on the river. Casualty check. So far, this has been a pretty tame war for all parties. Well, except Poland. But, you know, they always get the bad end of the stick in history. It seems. All right, we're going to assign defensive doctrine to our Western general. We're already having a couple problems and random points in our line. So I definitely got to reinforce weak tiles. Yeah, I'm really not concerned about the West at all for right now. Another attack in the South, it seems, from this massive coalition. And they're getting denied. And Franco is attempting to invade again? Okay. I don't really understand this, but it is what it is. There are some interesting wars right now. For example, Romania is fighting the Soviets. The Soviets are fighting the entire Balkans as well, so Papa Stalin is busy at war with the Allies since he, I guess, tried to invade all those little countries. Oh yeah, the British are moving into Ukraine. That is going to be interesting. And there's a lot of good green bubbles, and I'm just going to chill here. A lot of the bombing campaigns have stopped, I guess. It was probably very costly given our anti-air we had. And of course, the Allies are deploying resources to the Russians. Okay, the line is getting built. The South is pretty actually solid. Okay, defenses look good. Hey, but again, I don't mind losing in Poland because our defensive line is getting damn near good. And we're defended all all the way up to Warsaw. We only got a little bit more to go since Lithuania is defended and the line is built. The wall is looking beautiful, everybody. The Fiha bunker is coming together nice. Whoa, I can get Iran to be a puppet? Sure. Okay, I have an extra ally now. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but good luck, sir. Maybe one day we can, our borders will touch, ideally. Italy in the Comintern is really cooked. We got communist Mussolini out here, spreading the revolution. Well, he will not spread the revolution. He's bad at war, as we noted from World War II. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hire Party Chancellor Bormann to help us get more political power. And actually, he will give us a lot of manpower. And we'll get rid of Goebbels. Clearly, the propagandist worked. We have almost 100% fascist support. And now is a good time to continue working on industry again. We will need really good industry if we want to survive in this world. Oh, now Mussolini is attacking the Allies. There's chaos in the fronts down here. So it looks like we have probably a little bit more time to relax before there is a coordinated attack on us. We have done a number on Mussolini. He's taken 285k casualties to us. We're going to go service by requirements to get more men in the field. Because now we have 3.6 million, but I can imagine we will need many, many more later. But the bunker is looking good, everybody. We've had time to build it in peace. The east is nearly entirely defended. Oh, big assault right now. Big assault. They're getting absolutely destroyed, though. Yep, we are still chilling. But our supplies in eastern Poland are so bad, dude. I mean, we probably bombed it. The fall of Leningrad. Oh, my goodness. The Finns are destroying the Russians. Everybody's destroying the Russians. And they're slowly but surely pushing into Ukraine. More attacks and more victory for the forts. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful line. Look at it, everybody. Just admire it. I know we've admired it before, but you're going to all admire it again. And it's almost complete, actually. So we're going to be switching to military production very soon. Holy cow. The Swedes are moving into the south. They're going for the oil fields. They're going for the Caucasus. Ah, I wish I could have the oil fields. Dude, our Iranians, though, our Iranian pals are doing pretty good. They're holding out. Oh, an invasion from the Swedes. You see, they fell off. They used to be Vikings, and now they can't even take over this little plane. Go back to where you came from, Swedes. Go eat your meatballs. And Papa Stalin is really, really collapsing now. Seems as if there is a breakthrough. Oh God. We cannot have... Guys, we're going to have to send in the Gestapo. I don't support this, obviously. This is in-game. Whoa, the Reichstag is on fire. We definitely did not do that ourselves. Wink, wink. It still will be interesting to see what happens now that Italy's dead. And Russia looks like they will die. Once the Comintern is gone, will I get focused on? I don't know, dude. I'm a little bit terrified. So after these mills, I'm going to have to build these stronghold networks I now have available. I'm now going to produce cast too, so we can do some cool offensives this year. Since the bunker is clearly good for now, I might as well, hey, just mess with the allies a bit. Okay, I can definitely bully the allies here. You know what? I'm just going in. I'm going to try to kill some French people. And I'm sending in the medium tanks of these poor duchies. And we have the railway gun too. Yeah, gone. And you see those two French divisions right here? We're just going to eat them up. You know what? Why not just go for more Encirclements? Why not? Why not? We're coming in from the back. Proper blitzkrieg. I'm tired of just sitting around. I know the allies will be stronger later, so might as well just weaken him now. Hey, if I kill the Netherlands, then I mean I should gain some war score. If I kill the Netherlands, then I mean that should get rid of a lot of enemy troops, right? All right, go to Breda. Yeah, let's bring in some air support. Why not? Let's test out these new fighters on a larger scale. Dude, these fighters are garbo. What was I scared of? 1 to 45 is insane. Wow, German technology is amazing. Oh my goodness, yeah. Too easy. Look at that encirclement. All right, let's go to Rotterdam. This is pretty fun. Okay, come on, yeah. Give me green air. I saw yellow for a second. Paradox. This is not fair. This is a lopsided fight. I'm winning. Go away, Russia. Shot. Yeah, too easy. The allies are washed. Oh, we can go into Belgium. Hey, Bittersteel. How's it going? Bittersteel probably does not admire or like my presence in Belgium, but you don't really get to choose who you get invaded by. Yeah, Belgium's gone too. I mean, dude, look how many enemy troops there are in the east. For whatever reason, France is the weakest part of this. That's so strange. I'm telling you, they must have a lot of troops in Russia. That's the only thing I can be thinking of. All right, whatever. I'll take the W. I'll take the W. Because we might not be getting Ws later on. All right, well, let's move in, men. Rijkscommissariat Nederlanden. I can only imagine what the casualties are. It's 3 million for the allies. All right, we got our first strat bomber. Oh, Brazilian naval invasion. Interesting. Oh, and there are people in The Hague. We do not want that. And it looks like the French have finally fortified their border, so that offensive will have to be paused for now. I really wanted to take France, but that might be a bit of a stretch. The allies are unlacking now, if that's a word. All right, rest of this Chilean dude is dead, and so is the Argentinian. Rip Messi. Rip Messi's brother. Dude, what? 6,000 fighters? What? The allies have air forces still? Oh, that's okay. Apparently they do. Super heavy railway gun. Yeah, I'm deploying these. Damn, we got 1,000 defense. I will take that, even without the forts. That is insane. Imagine what there would be, the amount of defense we'd have with the forts. That is why the allies are trembling. And Stalin is still lurking around. You can never get rid of Stalin. Oh, first universal massive attack, and we're actually taking some L's. Okay, the allies are finally amassing an offensive. And you know what? I'm just gonna let this line. I'm not even gonna try to defend it, everybody. Damn, we're actually losing a couple of spots because we have no supplies. Okay, so a little trick to have better supplies is we can create the general government of Poland, and they'll have a capital city here nearby with really good supplies. So at least southern Poland will be very, very well supplied. The north, we'll have to take care of that one ourselves. So let's just upgrade these railroads. You know what? We're gonna send some air support to the east. Thank God, bro. I mean, our defense is insane. Holy. Yeah, the supplies are not doing us any favors though. But I mean, we're doing okay. And y'all, the forts are helping 35%. That's really, really good. A little bit less green bubbles now. This is getting a bit more intense. I just don't want anyone to get encircled. So retreat, retreat, retreat. Dude, that is a lot of divisions. But the retreat's looking fine. It's looking fine. Oh God, up north, it's looking a little bit bleak. Okay, the casualties are going up, dude. That offensive actually hurt us really bad. Those retreats, we had a lot of attrition. Not good. Keep holding, men. Keep holding. I know there are many more allies than us. Like, lots more. Like 6 times more, but we got to do this. And Stalin is still holding. That's impressive. But when he dies, I'm going to be shaking in my boots. So that's why we're just building up the supplies, building up the forts, doubling down on everything. If we improve the logistics system, that'll help a lot with our supply problems. In the east, this is not good attrition, guys. Not good. Okay, this one tile in Memoland does not want to hold. I mean, our forts are very damaged. That makes sense. Dude, the Allies are destroying the Japanese. Oh my God, in 1943, Tokyo is about to die. The Japanese are almost gone. That's actually really interesting. So that means a lot of forces can focus on us. The Chinese, the Americans will have troops freed up to fight us. This is not good. Not good, folks. Oh, and Hirohito officially died. Holy big invasion. I mean, the Allies are still harassing me, guys. I have not consented to this. This is not okay. Oh my God, and now they're doing a massive offensive in Russia. I'm going to be curious to see how this goes. It looks like they're snaking through. They might take the Caucasus since they're encircled now. They got troops in Vladivostok. Papa Stalin is hanging on for dear life. He's lost Leningrad, and Moscow might get encircled. More encirclements. Oh my God. Stalin, it was impressive how long he's lasted, but I don't think it's going on much longer. The Allies are still trying to breach. Feel the pain of the forts. I still am scared though, so I believe I will be very soon constructing stronghold networks to make our forts just too OP. Hey, they finally took Moscow 3 to 5 business days later. You gotta be kidding me. Denmark. Well, let's test out our mechanized in Denmark. I have mechanized now and tanks. All right, go in. All right, go to Copenhagen. All right, boom. That's what you get for betraying me, Denmark. Big attacks again on the west, especially in the bottom part of the fort line, and it's holding amazingly. Wait, let's see what our defense is. Okay, 700. Pretty good, pretty good. It also helps that we are in the Alps and the mountains. This will really bolsters our defense. Yeah, this is good. Rack up casualties, allies, please. Dude, okay, now they're just spamming. Now they're just mad. They are mad they can't break through. They're literally irritated. They're just they're just running into me, and we're taking no org loss. Oh my God, what are the American casualties right now? I don't even want to know. Damn, yeah, 1.3 million to us. Yeah, the attacks are literally just not stopping at all. This is really satisfying. Is so Stalin dead yet? Dude, they are still killing him. Okay. I mean, that means we still have work to do once the allies pull up towards me, but that is insane how long he's lasting. He still has Stalingrad, bro. This man will never die. It's not happening. I mean, I guess I'm kind of the same way too. I will never die. Look at these attacks into my fort line. It's locked. We're locked in, guys. We are getting these stronghold networks ready. We're going to be building so many stronghold networks, which allows us to build even more force on those tiles, but also gives us supplies and defense. Okay, the allies are finally getting ambitious. There is a massive attack in the east right now. Even though I have no supplies, there's just a huge skill diff going on. At least the tiles with the forts are going pretty crazy right now, but I'd prefer that their attacks stay weak until these strongholds are built. Oh my God, these attacks are so big. We're having to pull back a little, these red bubbles. Holy, these attacks are literally insane right here. There's like so many allies. This is overwhelming, but we're holding on the fort line. Dude, I cannot let this line get broken into, because this little gap right here, if it's taken, then I mean allied troops can just flood in. Why are you guys lacking? Oh, because my fort is nearly entirely destroyed. I see. Okay, so I got caught lacking, and we're getting indiscriminately bombed right now. The allies are basically war criminals, basically. Wait, the America bomber can bomb the Statue of Liberty. I am literally going to research that right here, right now. And the allied attacks have calmed down a bit, but let's do a little casualty check. Dude, they're running into us. They've taken 1.7 million casualties. Yeah, the allies have taken 8 million casualties to us. 1 to 10 ratio. Okay, we got to fix our supplies here, though, because they will attack soon. I think we would get destroyed if they tried to attack. And, we've just been getting bombed really. Yeah, we're getting bombed. Reinforcement time. Right now, I'm just repairing infrastructure because we were getting bombed so bad. And I'm trying to counter the Allied planes, and it's working pretty good, actually. We're mogging their air force. Dude, another suicidal human wave attack, dude. I mean, now that the Allies have the Japanese on their team, I guess they learned a thing or two from them. They're trying to do the bonsai charges, but little do they know that does not work against me because, I mean, the fort diff, defense diff, skill diff, everything diff. Yeah, these attacks are insane. We're gonna have to do some slight pulling back to the fort line. It seems the Allied attacks are actually decent right now in some spots. Yeah, Solidifying. I don't even know how you say that. Whatever, we're retreating back to the fort line. Okay, the enemies are on the fort line now. The forts are right here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my mechanized on this vulnerable part of the fort so the enemies don't run through the lines. Because that'd be really bad if I don't even get to use my forts. Allied casualties have gone up to almost 2 million. And by now, Stalin has like, I don't know, he's a zombie with half his brain missing at this point. Because he's still holding Stalingrad, but nothing else. You know, maybe the reason Stalin won't die is because the Allies are trying to kill me first. They're trying to do the real life strat of Germany first, but that's clearly the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Why are they still assaulting on all fronts? I mean, dude, this shows the fort line works. It literally works. Dude, how are the Russians still standing? They just never die. Is this how Ukraine feels? Okay, we're out of manpower. We have 6 million men in the field. I'm literally going to have to go to all adults serve. So I went AFK for a couple seconds. I let my forts hold themselves. I didn't intervene at all. And everything looks amazing. I wonder how many casualties were inflicted when I was gone. Ho, 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 ho. These are big numbers, dude. The Romanians, I know they don't have men to spare. The Yugoslavians don't either. These are bad casualties. Hungary, come on. Siam, I don't know why so many Siamese are dying in Europe, but that is rough. Yeah, the Allies are struggling bad right now. They're struggling bad. And of course, our air force is absolutely obliterating theirs. They don't really have an air force left. It's getting demolished. Dude, I mean, the Allies, there are so many Allies now. It's insane. You thought there were a lot before? Well, I mean, there is even more now. But the forts are holding. Their attacks are futile. We are doing so good. This fort's too powerful. But the Allies have taken over 19 million casualties. Dude, that is insane. Well, everybody, it seems that Germany has survived the world attack. The Allies don't have anything on us. Our forts are too strong. Our defenses are too strong. We control the skies. We control everything. The ultimate Führer bunker has clearly worked, everybody. And Germany is invincible. Thank you so much for watching. Watch one of these two videos right here. Like and subscribe. Become a member. Have a great rest of your day.